If honestly, if Xia0zl loses this game, I'm gonna blame it on this right here. This. Just not good at all. The Kakeru comes in just to mock the Meatless. And now a lot of Irradiate going down on the Lurkers. A huge plague over Idra's forces. And Idra here is going to have his Marines slowly, just the red stuff is just going to eat away at his Marines' flesh. And one thing Terran players can actually do is keep their forces moving when they're plagued. That way the medics don't waste all their energy healing. But not going to have time to do that. More Scourge coming in and suicide kamikaze into two of the vessels. Meanwhile, the Lurkers just pot-shotting all those Marines, and all of the Marines of Idra are forced to fall back. But at the meantime, his two dropships moving forward thought that the middle position was clear, but Xia0zl was able to scout that out when he pushed out with his Zerglings, and now he knows that there are two dropships somewhere around his base. Now he knows they're on this ridge, and the Marines are going for that gas, which is very important for the Zerg player. So the Zerg player, Xia0zl, is going to lose his gas here. Meanwhile, the Zerg forces are not able to break through the double power generators here, the wall artifacts, and that's going to allow Xia0zl, that's going to allow Idra to keep this refinery unusable for a very long period of time. But we do see the plague has gone off over Idra's forces, so these forces, when that power generator goes down, are going to be very easy to take out. Very wise use of the Dark Swarm there, allowing his melee forces to come in, break that. But, oh no, watch out, Idra losing both of his science vessels, which were both loaded with all medic marine. Very unwise for moving into the plague, the cloud of Scourge just awaiting, jaws awaiting. It was a trap, and Idra fell right for it. But Idra still not doing too bad. Really, at this point in the game looks pretty even. Actually, I didn't catch this, but Idra was able to take out this bottom left-hand expansion and now is claiming it for himself. So we're looking at two. No, this base is mined out. So 2, 3, potentially 4 base Terran with the mineral only versus 4 base Zerg with the mineral only. Not good for the Zerg player looking so far. Darks, oh wow, Irradiate over the Ultralist. So there are Ultralists in play now. A Sloan Scourge comes in, just gets popped immediately. And one thing about Ultralists that I just absolutely love watching is Irradiated Ultralists fighting medics and marines. Because I don't know what the Irradiate is doing more damage to, the medic and marine or the Ultralist, but it's pretty bad for both sides. We do see the Zerglings here just kind of moving across the map, take out this SCV. I'm not sure if Idra realizes there's a base up here, but Xia0zl here wisely getting a Nidus Canal, doesn't want the same thing to happen that happened last time. So, wow, these Meatless are still here. What is Xia0zl doing? He really should morph these into something. He needs to use them, and it's just so disappointing to see a pro player make a mistake like this at this high level of play. But not like I'm dissing Xia0zl or anything. He would still whip my ass any day. But yeah, we are seeing a huge cloud of science vessels in the air, and that's very hard for Zerg players to deal with. So hard when there's just Irradiate going left and right. And now the Ultralists are getting among the Marines, but the Ultralist gets popped by all these siege tanks and combined marine fire. Meanwhile, wow, a crackling Defiler force moving in. This is something we would see against Protoss. But Xia0zl moving in here is going to take out the gas, but will not be able to take out the command center. So the command center will probably land somewhere else later on. But meanwhile, oh no, we might see an eraser here for Idra, for Xia0zl's base at the top right hand corner, and that could be all bad. The Defiler though has energy. Could we be seeing an epic plague here? A huge plague over the science vessels, and if only the Mutalists would come in, they could clean this up so easily and so quickly. But meanwhile, no, Xia0zl is forced to cancel his hatchery, so he's denied resources once again, and all he needs, Irradiate over the, all he needs, doesn't even need to waste money on these Scourge. All he needs to do is use these Mutalisks, and he's just completely forgotten about them at this point. That's so disappointing to see, and all these science vessels could be so easily picked off right now if he if he saw his Mutalist just sitting there. Another huge plague. Oh my god, catching the science vessels and the medic and marine. These medic and marine are absolutely toast if Xia0zl decides to move in. Just too much disease for them, too much red. Another Defiler coming in through the Nidus network. But Idra, not even caring here, is going to push forward through the ramp, and he's going to try to go in and do as much damage as he can. Lurkers coming in. These Lurkers can get a lot of kills potentially because there's just so much weak medic and marine. A Darkstorm goes down. This is going to prevent Idra from pushing forward. There's just no way that Idra's going to be able to push forward through that Darkstorm when all his M&M are so far in the red. And wow, meanwhile we see Idra getting very, very brave and confident here. Is going to expand to that middle, what I like to say, death point position, because it's so hard to hold unless you're about to win the game or you're significantly ahead. And it does seem like indeed Idra is significantly ahead at this point. It's just all over the map. He has this huge force, and there the Mutalisk finally coming in. Finally, Xia0zl realizes he had Mutalisk, picking off a couple of science vessels, but is it too little too late? I think so. And these lurkers medics are just raping these medic and marine, and there's nothing that they're doing. They're just standing there eating it. Meanwhile, this command center has not landed yet, but it is not looking good for Xia0zl. Meanwhile, Idra is pushing forward into his natural expansion, and it's looking very, very grim for Xia0zl at this point, trying to desperately pump Zerglings because that's all he has in the bank. 6,000 minerals and 100 gas. Doesn't that remind you of the first game, guys, when it just came down to a huge force pushing into his natural, and all Xia0zl could do was just desperately pump Zerglings, and there's nothing he can do now to come back in this game. It does look like indeed Idra is going to win this, guys. He's going to actually take out this top right-hand corner while he wins. But he's going to win this, and he's going to face the winner of Group B of the semifinals, and that's between Starleague and Yeba. And I'm crossing my fingers. I really hope Streba wins, or not Streba. I hope Starleague wins, because that'll be an epic match to see in a foreign game, to see Idra versus Starleague in the finals. But it does look like the Firebat here, Hero Firebat, goes in. It's going to lead the charge and rape all of these drones so easily. And yeah, this is it for... yeah, this is it for Xia0zl, guys. Xia0zl just he really let Idra just go all over the map, and he just didn't do enough damage to Idra, really. And one thing I definitely have to blame was just those damn mutas sitting there for far too long. I just don't know what to say about that. But yeah, hopefully you guys are pumped, you guys are excited. I will be casting Starleague versus Yeba, the semifinal B, probably by tomorrow. And the finals live cast will be this weekend, Saturday. Diggity will be main casting it with other broadcasters alongside. Maybe me, I don't know, we'll see. And it'll be this Saturday, so do check that out, guys, SC2GG.com. Also check out my YouTube account if you guys want to see more videos by me. It is youtube.com/HDstarcraft. And Ultralists here not going to be able to do anything. The Marine with the defensive matrix. The defensive matrix doesn't even go on the frontal Marine, so this is more like you've lost already. I just telling Xia0zl, you've lost, so just give it up and leave the game, man. It's over. I'm going on to win the grand prize, and I'm going to take all the glory for America. Yeah, this is definitely it, guys. So, I don't know what's going on right now. Xia0zl, I guess he really, you know, it is the finals. He doesn't want to lose the playoffs. But I'm sure he's realized at this point, with this expansion mining, one SCV to each mineral patch. I like that. It's like a symphony, a concert of SCVs. But yeah, definitely over for Xia0zl. And there's the GG. Xia0zl leaves the game. And I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right this whole time. Oh well. Anyways, Idra moves on to the finals. Looking forward to the next games, guys. So look forward to semifinal B and the finals. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and yeah, check out my StarCraft channel if anything.